Welcome everyone! If you've ever lost a bishop versus rook endgame, do stick around because in a few minutes you'll know everything you need to know. I'll split this topic into two parts however. First I'll show the ideal situation from the defender's point of view, and in my next video I'll show an example of how the side with the rook does win. Now first of all, rook versus bishop usually is a draw, and it all has to do with the position of the defending king. What you want to do if you're the defending king is get into the corner with the opposite color of your bishop, and then you'll have a very easy defense. Let's see how that works. In this position it's white to move, and white plays rook a8 check. Of course, the white king prevents our king from moving, but since our king is on a dark square, we are able to block with our light squared bishop. And now you can see white's problem. If it would be black to move, then it's a stalemate, and so white moves the rook out of the way. White could also move the king, but clearly that won't help white win the game. The king is needed to one day assist in a checkmate. Now the defending king just moves out, and white has nothing better than checking again, and after king to h8, white didn't gain anything. Going back, therefore, rook a7 was tried instead, but it's still a simple draw. All we have to do is move our bishop out of the way, so we keep our king in the corner. White can try this check, but after rook to b7 attacking the bishop, we just go bishop to d5, and as you can see, the bishop has plenty of squares to hide on the diagonal. So let's say king to g6 instead, but it doesn't matter. Now we just wait with the bishop. We still need to take some care, by the way. We can still lose. If we'd instead played bishop to e6, that's a huge blunder. First, rook check, and after king to g8, rook e7 threatens with checkmate and rook takes bishop. So always stay sharp. Going back, bishop to c4 is a good move, and white can do absolutely nothing. He can again check and go rook c7, threatening with mate again, as well as winning the bishop. But then we can still check, and after king to h6, go bishop to e4, for example. And you can try this out yourself, but I can assure you that it's a dead draw. Easy, right? So to summarize, when you're the defending side, bring your king to the corner with the opposite color of your bishop. That makes sure you can always block checks with the bishop, and if your opponent doesn't check, then you just play a waiting move and your game will be over very soon. Anyway, that's part 1 of the bishop versus rook endgame. In part 2 I'll cover how the attacking side can win, so be on the lookout for that. If you enjoyed, please do me a favor and like the video, it really helps me out. I'll also include the playlist in case you want to see more endgame videos. And in any case, I'll be seeing you guys again soon, and take care.